Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Mikey Mike and his JJ Productions. Today, just to give you a quick background, some of you may not have seen my previous videos. I had ordered some heavyweight passenger cars by Atlas, similar to this one, and I guess I don't know if the wheels weren't big enough or if this part was sitting too close to the too low on the wheels, and it basically scrubbed the track, causing it to derail. So I took those back and I got these, which were made by Lionel. They were new in box, I guess produced around 2011. So they had been sitting in the box for 11 years, and apparently the trucks are made out of zinc and they do not do well sitting in boxes. They actually fare better if they're out of the box and exposed to some air, some oxygen. So as a result, I had two of the passenger cars that had at least one truck that was basically falling apart. One of them, it was minor enough for me to glue together, and it's been holding up pretty well, actually. But the other one completely disintegrated into a lot of different pieces. So the folks down, I didn't want to have to keep, buying passenger cars and taking it back to the hobby shop. So I just asked the folks down at Legacy to order me some new trucks, and they were nice enough to do it, and didn't charge me for it. So I definitely appreciate that. So I got some new trucks, and I searched for a video on YouTube on how to basically replace the trucks on passenger cars, and I couldn't find one single video, so I decided to do one on my own. So let's put the trucks on the cars and get them going. All right, so I'm going to try to film as much of this as I can. It's going to be a little challenging because I don't have anyone to hold a camera here for me, so I'm going to try to get as much of this on video as possible. So the first thing here, let's make some room. Remove these crossing gates because I don't want them to get damaged. Let's set this over here, and I won't show you every single step, but I want to at least kind of give you an idea of where to start. This car, the inside actually doesn't match the observation car. I got tired of watching the cars roll around the track without the observation car, so I just switched the covers so you can at least see that part of the observation car. But now that I have the new trucks in, I'm going to go ahead and switch this cover back. And so while I'm doing that, I will show you how to take this apart. So first of all, you need to unscrew these screws. I'm sorry, not these, but this one here underneath the wheel to release this bottom plate from the cover. So let's do that. And these screws are very small, so you gotta be very careful not to misplace them. right, so you can see I've taken those 2 screws out there. And so basically what you want to do at this point is kind of peel this back. Well, actually, we need to first of all take off some of these other screws. So you want to actually remove this screw. This screw attaches it to the actual plastic that holds the passengers inside. And unfortunately, you will have to take off these 2 screws as well. Let's take that off. And again, gotta be very careful here not to lose any of your screws. Get those up. Well, that came right off. All right, make sure I don't lose those screws. Okay, so you see this piece came off, and you can see the switch here to turn the lights on and off. There's another screw here, and basically these little flaps fold into a little slit into the cover here. So what I want to do is like kind of slide that out. May have to unscrew it a little bit more. Let's put these screws here and screw here. So you have to be real careful not to lose these. You may have to press it in a little bit. See if I can get that out there. There we go. This is stubborn. There we go. Careful not to lose this. If I can get that out. There we go. All right, there we go. So let's put that out there. And then we got the screws on this side. Let me take those out. You can see it starts to come loose now pretty easily. Okay, so we got all the screws out, and now we need to kind of peel this back, and this will just lift on up out. Grab both of these since the wire is connected. And you can see now it's completely coming out. And all we need to do now, and get this in view here, is we have this little clip here. We just need to connect it, disconnect the clip. And there you go. Observation car is loose. This part is loose, and I believe this is one of the trucks I need to also replace. Yeah, so you can see there I had to super glue this together. So I'm going to replace this truck, and you can see it's connected by wires. So we're going to open up the new trucks and see what we need to do here. Alrighty, so let me grab my scissors. See what Lionel sent us here. Placement truck. Peel this back. And we will see if we can slap this bad boy open like Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars last night. Too soon? Yeah, too soon, too soon. All righty, so, okay, nice long wires here. So we can find a good way to connect these. So, all right, so I am going to now remove, now that I know that the wires are long enough here, I can make sure I'm disconnecting the right one. Okay. So to get this truck out, there's a little clip here. And hopefully you guys can see that clip. You can see it right there. So this is actually holding the truck along with the wire. This is actually holding the truck. So we got to get this clip out. So let's see if we can get that out. Let's see. There we go. Make sure I don't lose that. So you can see the clip there. You just clip that out and the truck comes right out. And then we'll need to, now this part is going to be a little tricky. I can't really see how the wires are connected. It looks like some kind of glue. And so I don't want to cut it there. I think what I'm going to do is cut the wires here. And then I will just solder the new wires onto the old one. So I'm just gonna cut the wires here and then we'll solder new ones. Let me just make sure I can tell which wire is the hot wire. Okay, so this is the hot wire with the white strip. Let's make sure the new truck also has, yep, there it is, a wire with the white hot strip. So we'll cut this here and we'll solder it to the new wires. Alrighty, and so now this truck is completely free. Just like that. All right, everyone, so I got the wire soldered here, and before we screw this down, the first thing I want to do is to make sure that everything is connected and lighting up. So going to connect it here, and then we will apply some power to the track and see if we got a good connection. All right, so we got that there, and now let's gently put it on the track and see if we have power. Got it on the track good, so we should see this light up. Make sure there's nothing touching the track causing it to short. That should be fine. All right, let's give it some power and see what happens. All right. You see the lights? Yeah, that means we got good connection. So now we just need to put this back together and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Okay, so before I fully assemble this, I want to make sure I cover some of the difficult parts. So this little clip here that holds the truck to the chassis, it's a little difficult to get back on, and I think my mistake was you really carefully have to push the truck enough so that the grooves in the little top part here stick out, and then you have to really push hard to get this part here to slide in, this clip. And then of course I had to add some tape to tape the wires that I soldered on here. So a little challenging, a little tricky there. So that part may be a little bit difficult, but just really hold it tight here, and make sure that the little grooves in this metal part is sticking up enough so that you can actually slide the clip in and hold the truck in place. Another thing you want to do is make sure that you have the wires here pulled up enough into this hole so that nothing is hanging loose that could potentially screw up the wheels and cause it to eventually burn out that wire and cause shortages and all types of problems. So make sure you pull up all the slack and tape it here so that there's nothing hanging out here that could interfere with the roll of the wheels. Okay, so this is definitely a learning and as we go here. So there's a washer here that I forgot to put on. I was wondering why it was a little stiff when I turned it. So this washer and the clip does not come with the replacement trunk. So you have to make sure you save the washer and the clip from your older one, because for whatever reason, Lionel didn't include the washer and the clip in the new one. So if you didn't have it, I guess you're just up a particular creek without a paddle. Thanks, Lionel. Okay, everyone. So putting a washer in there made it even harder to get this clip on here. And it's about near impossible to push it on with your fingers or your nails. My nails were literally just bending back as I tried to push it. So I realized the best way to do this is to put your thumb here, because you don't want to, this part here has shown to be fragile, so you don't want to squeeze too much here. But I put my thumb here to try to press in as much as I could. And then you take your a flathead screwdriver like this, and you literally have to push this on there real carefully to get this to slide on there and lock in. So that's the trick I use. You may come up with a better method, but that's the trick I use. So hopefully it'll help you. But yeah, it's taken me about 10 or 15 minutes to figure out how to get this thing going. So hopefully that'll save you some time. All right, everyone. As you can see, the lights are on. Trucks are on. I'll probably say over the last couple of days, it took me about maybe a total of 2 hours. All said and done, but yep. And it's on. Yeah, fooling around with Lionel should be a lot easier, but oh well. All right, guys, well, it's time to see him run.